So I've set up the tap on a background layer so that I'm not affecting it through my animation. And let's go. So when we're drawing this little drop coming out of the tap, the shape is really important. I want to kind of give it that arc, and then so it bubbles off right at the very end, because all the force is going to go into the tip of that bubble. So just creating that nice smooth line. Then we can pop onto the next frame and turn on our onion skinning, because we've got to see what's going on previous. Okay. So gravity's pulling the water out of this tap, and we're going to make it just start to shrink. So it's going to shrink from the left hand line there. We're going to keep that volume. We're not moving it very far at this point. We're literally just starting, like it's almost like an ease out type of feel. So you can see it there, it's starting to change. On the right hand side, it's bent out. On the left hand side, it's bent in. So this one, we're going to go just a little bit further down, on that, and we're going to start to change the shape of this, because we want to get that feel like it's starting to stretch. So this is important, because it was like a curve out, now it's a curve in, and that'll give that stretch. It's very subtle, almost looks like we're line on line, but we're not, we're just inside it. And again, we're going to pull this down, and it's a little further. Take a look at the onion skinning, it's a little further away again. So this is your timing. So this is something that you have to kind of practice. And again, we're really pulling that curve out. Now we're starting to get that stretch. So if I just scroll through, you can kind of start to feel the way it's going to fall. So when I'm doing these, I generally like to just hold back, anticipate what these drops are going to do. So I'm going to just slow it up. So I slow it up by making the keyframes much closer together. Here we go. Now it's going to almost like ease in. And stops. Okay, always try and draw these, never copy and paste them, because when you cut and paste stuff, it just dies, it loses life. When you draw them, even though your line might have a wiggle or whatever, that's life in your drawing, and you really need that. So in this next frame, what I'm doing is I'm holding back just a little. I'm going to have that water, it comes out, and I'm going to just have it bounce slightly. So it comes out, goes boom, and then it'll release the drop. So right now I've gone back. I know it looks like line on line, but it's actually just a line inside the line. It's gone back up slightly. Can you see that? Just bounces back up right at the end. It's very subtle, but it's there. And the trick to these drawings is, especially with timing, a lot of people run away from timing because they, just go, oh, I can't timing it, it all looks wrong. Or, you try and have a look at the 12 principles of animation. They do help, it does help to know them. And play with little things like this. The water comes out, it bounces back up, you'll see it here. So it kind of, it comes out, bounces back up, and then we'll start to release it on these next drawings. So we're going to stretch and elongate that line out just a little, but we're going to maintain that circle, that ball of water right at the very tip. So you can see I'm much further away now, so this is going to move a lot faster. And then you'll see it there, boom. So it's starting to move, right? And then this one, we'll stretch it out even further again. And yeah, a bit further, so almost like not twice the distance, but almost. And trying to maintain that circular piece at the front, and then stretching out those pieces because we want it to look like it's about to break off. So we're elongating those and stretching them out. So there you go, boom. So it kind of bounces, and then it has to release at some point. So we'll just stretch it out just a little bit further. Okay, so it kind of goes to a point and just kind of bounces and holds, but not quite holding. It's a line. I'll just show you. Let's just run it. So it goes whoop, and then it's ready to stretch out and drop. Okay. So let's get the first drop out of this, and that's so right there, it's just going to release that circular piece of water, that first drop. So rather than drawing those, you know, those lines coming elongating right into that drop, we're just going to put a smaller drop and then start to resolve a piece of water that goes back up into the tap. There you go. So you can feel it without drawing it. Your eye actually puts the information in there. And now because it's falling, it's gonna move really far. Gonna go twice as far when it's falling. And then we'll just start to resolve this top piece. Boop. And then again, this will go, we'll draw this drop even further down, maybe elongate it so it looks like it has a bit of motion in it. There, like that. We could possibly push that a bit further, I think, maybe later. So we'll resolve this again, but in this it's really close again. What happens to this, it kind of bounces, it's like an ease in, bounces in, so because it's much closer. So let's just turn this onion skin off, and we'll run this animation, see how it looks. And there it is. So just kind of loops, water looping around. Whoop, whoop, whoop.